Hello there. Welcome to Leadership Platform. And my name is Cliff Ayozie. My guest today is a personality that is unique in so many ways. It's a personality that has touched lives from professional perspective, from serving humanity. She holds a PhD in nursing practice. She holds also a master's in nursing, as well as a BSN from Howard University in Washington, D.C. She's a what I would call a doctoral prepared family and psychiatric nurse practitioner. She's a woman of substance. I'm talking of no other person than the director of women affairs of MBC USA. She has held many positions, a member of NANA, which is a professional body that has continued to reach out to communities to impart humanity. Today, I talk of no other person other than a personality who is also a wife, mother, and grandmother, Dr. Mrs. Alice Ukaegbu. My pleasure to have you, ma'am.
Good evening, and thanks for having me.
Well, I just gave a little insight into your personality, and nobody can talk better about you than yourself. Because looking at the trajectory, looking at your success story, we want to know who really is Dr. Alex Ukaegbu.
Thanks. Dr. Alice Ukaegbu is a wife, a mother, a grandmother, a nurse practitioner, and hail from Mbise, and also the Director of Women Affairs in Mbise, USA. That's who I am.
Well, what are your likes and dislikes? Because you tend to associate yourself with serving humanity a lot, and when you say a nurse and a nurse practitioner, what is the difference?
So, a nurse is, we have different types of nurses. The nurses that are at the bedside, taking care of those who are ill, making sure that they are comfortable and managing their care. A nurse practitioner is a nurse who does all those things plus being able to assess, diagnose, and treat medical ailments. In my case, be it medical or be it psychiatry, being able to manage those ailments as well as giving them the care and preventive measures that they need.
Looking at your resume, as I go through it, it's kind of details on your capacity building and career growth, through these years. And I'm sure the younger generation will want to, have an insight into from where you started to where you are today. Looking at your movement from Nigeria into the United States.
Thanks. My career as a nurse started when I was young. Because of my caring capacity and ability, I decided to be a nurse because it is a calling. So I did my nursing in at Omuahia, at the School of Nursing Omuahia. From there, I went to Abombise where I did my midwifery. Then I proceeded to United States to join my husband. On getting here, I was having my children and still going to school. After I passed my board exam, I was able to do my BSN after I had my last child, Sharon. So I am one person who hates redundancy. So I cannot stay in one place where the job becomes very monotonous. So I moved in all areas of nursing from med surg to ICU, from ICU to cath lab to research. And then I decided I have had it all in nursing. I decided to do nurse practitioner. I did the family nurse practitioner first, and I was treating medical ailments. I said, I noticed that my patients also have some psychological and psychiatric issues. So, in order to give a holistic care, I have to expand my horizon. I went back to do my psychiatric nursing after I finished my doctorate. So, it wasn't easy. I was a mother trying to take care of four little kids. I was in school. I was doing a full time. That is the life of an Mbise woman. We are very versatile. We are very caring. Not only do we take care of our families, education is our priority. So I had to achieve all of them at the same time.
Well, that's great, because navigating education from Harvard University to Pittsburgh in Pennsylvania, and of course, serving in diverse areas. And you belong to a number of non-profit and professional bodies. I know of NANA and other things. Would you want to give us insight how you got involved in all that?
So, in life, time whiles away and we pass and we move with time. So, belonging to these professional associations helps me to gain and learn more and new guidelines that helps in taking care of these patients. Belonging to nonprofit organizations like OMA, which is a Organisation Mbise, and other Mbise groups helps you to belong to a community, be a part of your community, and also partake in some cultural activities. And belonging to this OMA propagated me to being a member of one of the executives of Mbise USA, which is where I am now.
Oh well, MBC US. I know that you were in one other association, which is an affiliate of MBC USA,
Yeah.
before you were so recognized. That's Organiho, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh wow, that's great. So, Director of Women Affairs is a very unique position. You know that. That means you have the interests of all the women in MBC and beyond, on your desk. What is it like?
Being a director of Women Affairs is a service to Mbise women,
Mhm.
trying to empower women both here in diaspora as well as back home, having the interest of women at heart, trying to see how we can, move with the centuries that are moving and also be the wife, the mother, the sister that we can be and be the best that we can be. So, being a director of Women Affairs means trying to collaborate with all the chapters, having a representative that will make decisions in terms of one of which we decided as women to contribute more money because we have a program called the microfinance. The microfinance is um, a 2 consecutive years loan that is awarded to less privileged women in Mbise, in the 3 local government areas of Mbise. So what we do is on 2 yearly basis, we award some amount of money to help them in their businesses, and we then assess it afterwards. We did it 2 consecutive years. The first year we did 24 women, 8 from each local government areas, where we awarded $100,000 of loan through the
hundred
guarantee.
thousand dollars or naira?
Naira, sorry. I wish it was. I wish it was dollars.
Well,
That
me
would have been
too. I could
wonderful.
have maybe reconsidered my position now.
Yes. But the last one we did, we were able to do 30 women from 10 from each local government areas, and we gave them 150,000 naira each. And the goal here is to help them with their petty businesses. Um, Otherwise, they will not be able to get the loans that will help them from the government. And some of them don't even have the access to do that. So this way, it gives them an access to a loan of 2 years through their guarantors who knows them better than we do, that are here. And it is, it's a refundable one. Every 2 years, they will return it so that it will go to another person.
Okay, how does it? Do they apply directly, or do people recommend them, or what? Do you conduct a survey? How does it work out? To make your selection. What's the
Thank you for
selection
asking.
process like?
Good. Thanks for asking that question. So it has a process. What happens is we have an application that goes to the president, and the president will disseminate the information to members. And members that are interested to be a guarantor will try to reach out to us, apply, give it to their candidates, and they will apply. And then the selection will be the same number of people for each local government areas. When we did 8, it was 8 throughout the 3 local government areas. When we did 10, it was 10. So we bring it out. Everybody that is interested in participating will participate. Then the next time, those who participated this time will not get the priority first. We'll give it to the people who haven't participated. So it's open for everyone. And then on the awardee day and time, it's usually during December, around December the 28th at Ezure Zumbise. So those who are the awardees will gather there, and they will be given the information and the award. And then then it will be refunded, and then every 2 years we do that. The interesting thing is we want to expand this program. So we were
Does
able.
it attract, before you go to expanding, does it attract any interest on it, or is just
No, it does not attract. That's the beauty. It
okay?
does not attract any interest. It's just, what we do in order to help them to expand their business and to empower them to do more. So because it has a lot of impact and people are, expanding their business and enjoying it, we want to expand it so that we will have reach out to more people.
Mhm.
So the
So what is on
representative,
the cards now? What are you planning to do by expansion? You mean in terms of numbers and the amount you extend to them?
both depending on the amount of money that we were able to get. So the
I was
women
coming to
here,
funding when you finish answering this.
huh? Say what?
I said when you are done with your answer on the number and the funding, we will talk about you know the
So
funding
we
program.
want to expand the amount that we give them as well as the number.
Mhm.
And this will be dependent on the amount of money that we are able to raise. Um, so we have already started the process of collecting the money that we had given out the past 2 years. And then, in addition to that, the women have agreed to task themselves to pay $10 each woman in each chapter in the United States to augment what we have. And also, some individuals are able to give us some money. So, we are soliciting for money as well. So, some BC men have given us money. Dr. Wachuko, for instance, gave us some money. And we are hoping that some individuals who are interested in this program will also give us some money when we come for the convention.
Talking about one woman, $10. Is it per month or is it an annual thing?
This
How
is
is it?
an this is a test. This is an annual thing. We started with $10. We want to see how it works, and it's $10 annually.
Mhm.
And I'm hoping that all women will pay it. It's not much, but usually when all of us pay it, it will be something. And I'm hoping that people will give me money because I know how to get it.
Well, actually, there was this information about somebody paying for all the women in a particular
Oh
association.
my goodness, that was a North Carolina to be precise. Somebody just volunteered to pay for all the women. I wish every man in all the other organization would do the same thing. That would be wonderful.
Oh,
So,
yes.
that was so nice. When I got the report, I was so thrilled. And even in another chapter, their men were they were able to give them more money to augment what they have. And this is what we want. We started with $10, but some people are even paying more than $10. Some people decided to pay $50. Some people decided to pay $20. But all we asked was $10. But whatever comes out of your mind, you can give us.
Oh, well, talking about that, a whole lot is happening. Have you been able to reach out to these people to know how much impact these loans, imparting their business?
Yes, we have been able to reach them. Some have submitted some feedback because I created a form to see how they are doing. And
Mhm.
these forms, Odozi Obodo, who is the vice president, was able to go home and was able to interview some people that received the loan.
During the
I,
medical mission? Mhm.
huh?
That was during the medical mission, is it?
During the medical mission. And
Mhm.
also the forms, I put it on our forum, and some people were able to send it back home. And some people have already filled it out. So we know that it's helping a lot of people. We know that it has, an impact. And the one that my husband participated in, We see the lady every day we go home, every time we go home, and she is doing really well and she's very, very grateful. Her business has expanded that now she has pepper soup and everything instead of
Mm.
just a little thing that she was doing. Though we're thinking that the money is not much, but it's helping them a lot.
Okay, and now let's look at MBC USA. How would you look at the current leadership and how much he's been able to pursue his vision and mission or his objectives, as the case may be?
Well, MBC USA is on a different level with this executive, and that's all because of the leadership. Under the leadership of SOS and Alozie, MBC USA has grown to a new height. They have a lot of vision and they are achieving most of them. Under their leadership, convention has gone to another level. It has expanded so much. A lot of people are interested in it. Sometimes the rooms, you don't even get the room to book. Under their leadership, what can I say? They started with 16 chapters. They are 22 or 23 chapters right now.
34 now.
Okay. So under their leadership, also acquiring 100 acres of land with the vision of building university and hospital. We do go to a medical mission, but the one we had this year tops all of them. We were able to give out wheelchairs. We were able to give out canes. Surgeries were done. So it has really gone to a new height that other areas of Nigeria are asking what is going on at Mbise. So my overall people are saying, how are you all doing it and what is going on? I tell them when you have a good leadership, there is nothing that you can achieve with the people that are rallying behind them. Sky is our limit.
Okay, we have a convention every year, and the CUSA happens to be the umbrella body of NDMBC in the United States. How
Yes.
important is this convention that we meet every year from one city to the other?
Um, Convention is very, very important because it rallies all the chapters with different people from all parts of Mbise, gathering and meeting each other, putting our heads together to see how we can improve Mbise as a whole, putting things together, seeing how we can also improve ourselves where we are, wherever we are, seeing different avenues, different ways of doing things, and seeing things with a different view because everybody is not the same. So we learn from each other.
Mhm.
We communicate, collaborate, and it's very gratifying.
Oh yeah, that's very exciting. So, what do you expect to happen in Dallas that is hosting this time around? What
Well,
picture do you have in mind? You know, coming from DC, I know you've already made reservations and all that. Coming with the whole family.
well, in Dallas and Houston, they say everything is big, so I'm hoping it's going to be big.
Everything is big. The big
Yeah,
game.
I see big houses with four-car garages. I see all these big, big things that I. So I'm thinking and hoping that this convention will be bigger than the one we attended. We haven't stopped talking about the one we did in Northern California. So I can't wait to see what Dallas is going to do because they've been talking so much about this thing. So I hope you all will meet your expectation.
Oh wow, we hope so because we know so. Well, actually, before I let you go, let's talk a bit about Mbisi as a community. You know, you travel from time to time. You know the history of Mbisi. You know the kind of personalities that come out from there. How satisfied are you with the level of development and what people are doing, essentially those in the diaspora, to ensure that we're able to take it to the next level?
Mpise should be a country of its own because of how they work together, how they do things, how educated they are, how caring. For instance, an Mbise man has an ultimate goal of making sure that the family is securely taken care of with their wife by their side as the helper, as promised in the Bible. And they let their wife fly, they give them that wing to fly, to be who they are and who they want to be.
Mm.
And in the midst of that, training their children, making sure that education is the priority of the whole family. At a point in time here in DC, and two Mbise young men were the presidential and the mayoral scholars. And they were able to secure a good admission to an Ivy League school. So education is our priority. We are very hospitable. And Mbise man welcomes you with an open arm and beckon the wife to make sure that that person eats. If they need a place to sleep, they will give them a place to sleep. An Mbise woman is the woman that does what it says in the Bible to go and increase and multiply. An Mbise woman will get up to, if you leave them, they will get up to 10, and then we will do the Ibu, what do you call it?
Igwe.
Ibu Eruku for them.
Are you in that number?
Well, I did four. My mother came close. You know, life in America is different. For those back home, they can do it and do it comfortably because they have the help.
Mm.
Here, we struggle with helpers in terms of taking care of the kids,
Mm.
and we do 10,000 things at the same time, going to school, being a full housewife, and also working full-time job. So that prevents us from having, I have four, but when I talk to my kids, they're like, Mom, did you say four? Three is too much. Two is too much. I was like, my mother had eight.
And what's your husband like? Geared towards that?
Oh no. Well, he was working hard too, so he couldn't have. if if he
Oh,
wanted
wow.
to do it, that would be that. And
So, what's your parting word, to people watching this very program?
oh my goodness, my pattern word is an ambitious person is a person perfectly created by God to lend a helping hand, to have a caring heart. An ambitious women, we are the neck that tries to hold the head of the family steady in all circumstances. And that's how, and how I want all the women to be.
On that note, I'd like to say a very special thank you to Dr. Alice Ukaegbu. On behalf of my colleague, is Yoma Nosike. This is Ambassador Cliff Ayozie, wishing you the very best.
Thank you for having me.